Hi, everyone. Welcome to your very first workshop of this year's IEO. My name is Ethan. You probably met me yesterday at the opening ceremony, and I will be hosting this workshop for everyone. So today I see that we still have people coming in, but that's okay. But we will start anyways. And today we are very honored to have Mr. Johnson Chen joining us. And if I could have Mr. Chen to turn on your mic and your camera and say hi to everyone.
Hello everyone, this is Johnson Chen from China. It's very my pleasure to meet you guys online.
Yeah, great. So as you can see Johnson's handsome face over there. Johnson is an overseas investment manager at Cainiao Network in Alibaba Group. And I will definitely let Johnson to talk a bit more about that. So I guess why don't we start with maybe a little self-introduction with Johnson.
Okay, cool. Let me do a simple self-introduction. So yeah, like our host said, I'm look very young, but actually a little bit elder, and compared to our young generation people and our friends from all over the world. So I joined the Alibaba Group since 2013, and that is more than 8.5 years ago, and to take the responsibility to do the overseas business. I have a lot of experience to communicate, to do business, and to make friends with all friends from abroad and outside of China. So later on, I would like to share some of my personal story during my career in this past 8 years. So basically, in order to let you guys understand better about me and my work experience, I would like to talk about my responsibility a little bit, including some simple backgrounds of what we do, what our company do in the, I think since 2013. So maybe I can share my screen. So can I do that?
Sorry, I didn't turn on my mic. Yeah, so let me allow Johnson to share his screen. And so I guess we can proceed with the, there are 3 parts to our sharing today. Sorry, I'm trying to, let me see, how do I allow you to do that? Oh, I need to stop sharing first. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Johnson, we're good. So you can start to share your screen.
Okay, so can you see my screen? So firstly,
yes,
I will talk a little bit about our company backgrounds. I came from Cainiao. Maybe it's quite difficult to pronounce it for our overseas friends because it's quite Chinese pronunciation. So we are the global logistic infrastructure and to support the whole Alibaba Group business around the world. We are the logistics arm of the whole Alibaba Group. So among the Alibaba Group, we have different business groups. So on the top, we can call it entertainment group, including those media and film company. And in the middle, we are calling ourselves. We are doing the international business. So including our domestic platform like Taobao, Tmall. And for the overseas business, we have Tmall International, AliExpress. And also we have a platform in the overseas countries or regions like Lazada in Southeast Asian markets. We have Zara in the middle Asian. And we do have a local services like map and some of the apps for our community living. So as we are the infrastructure, developments and to support the logistic function for the whole Alibaba Group. I think some of the friends from overseas, and we maybe you have some experience to buy things online from China to your destination country. So how the parcel coming from the country which you bought, and I mean from the China and to your destination country. So we are the solution, and we provide the logistic services for our online retailers and all other shops online, and then we deliver the parcel through a very difficult channel and to your to be delivered to your hands by our local corporation, our partners in around the world. So we do have we do business across 200 countries, more than 200 countries and regions. So that's what the relationship between the Alibaba Group and the Cainiao. And we simply to say that we provide logistic services for the marketplace online, and especially to provide the services for small and medium enterprise who are willing to sell in their products through the platform to each individual buyers around the world. That is the same the relationship between the group and the Cainiao. And our mission, our company, as we are a driven company, so we are trying to become driving force to improve the industry efficiency. And our mission and vision is to provide logistics services within 24 hours delivery within China markets, I think from the domestic market. And then we are aiming to provide 72-hour delivery services worldwide. It means that we want to, for the overseas buyers, once they make the order from online, we are trying to get the targets to deliver the parcel within 72 hours to our destination buyers. That's our main mission is to use our data technology and to make the end-to-end channel more effective and try to reduce the cost from the very beginning to the destination buyers. And of course, quite the supply chain is quite complicated. Maybe some of the friends will join our industry in the future once you get graduate from your university in the future. So we were trying to provide the services, and not only by ourselves, but we are trying to collaborate with all our partners from our destination country, and to those many partners are quite famous, and even including some of the very famous airline company, because quite complicated. And also we do have business, and we cooperate with local government offices to, especially for the tax, the customer relationship, try to help improving the customer clearance efficiency. Those efforts we are doing is trying to help those smaller and medium enterprise to selling their products more easily and more convenient with lower cost. That is our I think following the group ideology to do business easier everywhere around the world. So that is our company's mission and what we do mostly. So as you can see, we are trying to build a global network and to support the sellers from each country to help them to selling their products, their merchandise online. And we provide us logistics solutions to support those cross-border business and try to improve the whole the efficiency among the global industry, logistic industry, and to let all our people everywhere to enjoy the convenience to buy things online and with lower hassle or logistic cost. This is what we the company main topic and our main mission to let us to understand better. So I'm talking in the very I'm talking in a very simple way, and I want to take something maybe this quite complicated. I want to also talk about the social responsibility and since the world well more like a focus on the energy saving intention. Logistics is quite energy consumption industry. Like we will consult many parcel and papers and plastics, but we are trying to do our we are using our efforts and knowledge to try to reduce the consumption of those products, plastic merchants, and we also take part in the sea environment protection initiative to make our sea more clean, and especially during the since now I think the people around the world are still facing the pandemic challenges. So since we are dedicated to build a global logistic network, so we are also dedicate ourselves to help the world to deliver the medical and protection merchandise, and even some donation to countries who need those pandemic and medical protection goods. So during the past 2 years, and even now, we are still doing this, and to using our efforts, using our network to help the people all around the world. So this is quite a simple introduction about what we do, and also since we are talking about the global, we are a Chinese company, but we are not only a Chinese company. So we are trying to act as a global citizen to once we enter into each country or region, we are trying to using our efforts, using our technology, and with our local partners to support the local business and to satisfy the local people or our customers, clients' needs, and we want to build a very healthy and strong ecosystem to help those small, especially for those smaller and medium enterprise, and do business online more easily and more with high efficiency in the future. So that's we want to firstly share some of the information about our backgrounds and what we do to let our friends online can get a better understanding about my background.
Yeah, thank you so much, Johnson, for that very introduction about your company and what you do, and it definitely we are very glad to see the many things that you do on social and social responsibility, and to contribute to the sustainable development. And so my next question would be if because I know that you have done so many overseas works and worked on a global stage in many countries. Many countries, I'm sure, are we have team representatives from many countries that you've worked in. So it would be great if you can share with us some of the cultural clashes stories that you've experienced in your past work. And this is an international program, and it will be great for our students and for our team leaders to get a sense of what it's like to work globally.
Okay, that's my pleasure to share some of the I think very interesting stories. And so I was using some of pictures and to tell this story. And I think I like you said, maybe some of the friends are coming from those countries or regions where I have I visited before. So I hope that this sharing can make our friends understand better what the international business and how we can do better with the in each country or region. So here I will share the screen with some pictures. Okay. Sorry. On one page. Sorry, my bad. So maybe the computer program. Hold on.
Are you having trouble sharing your screen?
Let me see.
Yeah, it's good now. We can see it good.
Okay. So okay. So it's okay. So there's a lot of picture here. So I will tell you my the story since I think I'm from of course during my past 20 years experience I visited a lot of countries, but I will focus on the journey inside this company. So I went my first destination to to do is in Malaysia. I think some of the friends online are from Malaysia, right? So in 2017, under the EWTP, Electronic World Trade Platform Initiative, so Alibaba Group and Cainiao started the cooperation with Malaysian governments. The two parties are trying to establish and digital free trade zone projects in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, the capital city. Our project is just located in the international airports. So on the left, on the right side, you can see that is a layout of our project, which now is already built up, and the operation has already started more than 2 years. So Malaysian country is quite nice country with multiple nation and I mean the multiple people like Malay people, Chinese, Malaysian Chinese, and Malaysian Indonesian, the Indian people, and other small minority people. But people are very trade the foreign investors very nicely. You can see the projects is quite it's our first overseas projects. So both parties worked together very dedicated ourselves for the success of this joint venture, and then to help the focus is that we want to help the local SME to export more merchandise, more goods from Malaysia to the other country and the region. But also, of course, we are also trying to help the local people to buy things online more easily with low cost from China and other countries. So the double way, the people are willing to buy things online from other country or region, and also the local company and the industries want to sell in their products from the Malaysian to the other countries. So how to improve the supply chain efficiency? So we want to build a very big mega logistics the hub to help the logistic service providers to use our hub to provide logistics services and with more easily to do the business. So I think during the past 3 years, we met a lot of friends. So you can see that we have a very, very big group to work very, very closely and to try to avoid any misunderstanding, try to understand each other's truly the interest, to understand better, understand better of our culture, so try to make friends. So the first step to do business is not only to do business. So we are most important. We are dealing with different countries, people, right? So I gather a lot of friends from Malaysia. So you can see we can share. That's the dinner table. Around that, we have several people because of the that is Christmas party because Malaysia is quite hot, always hot in like only one season, summer. So we enjoy and we share our stories and changing gifts from each other and to increase mutual understanding. And then we also invited our friends from Malaysia to visit our headquarters in Hangzhou. So you can see in the middle, we have a picture. So that's quite challenging for our Malaysian friends because that thing is nearly about 0 degree in the winter. So it's very cold. So you can see I think in the same season in Malaysia it's quite hot. Everybody are dressing, dressing the t-shirts or even skirts, but in Hangzhou you need to change the very heavy clothes to protect yourself. So and also besides that, we want to since we want to enter into country to help the local company to sending their products from their country to the other countries, and so we do collaborate with the whole Alibaba platform. So we do have some workshop and then to help the local SME to open their shops online and to help them to sell more products to the other countries and people. So this is a story from my first story in Malaysia. And secondly, we do have this two picture. There is one on the left. You can see it's quite international team, right? We do have Chinese colleagues from my team, and also we have local partners. The first one is from Vietnam. I take in 2018, and also we do have some friends from Germany, and we established a very, very international team to changing ideas to cooperate with local people. And then, so like I just said, so business is business, but beside that, the mutual understanding and then relationship between person is also very, very important. So on the left, on the right side, that is in, I think just beside the Clark Airport in Philippines. It's also very quite famous, right? So, and the people, those pictures was only we took on the first meeting with local people, but you can see everybody is very happy, right? So if you want to do business, so let firstly to be honest and to be frank with local people, to let them understand what we can do and to understand what they need, and then we can have very, very fruitful results during those site visits, and even later on the business cooperation and the tagging, or even the communication. And later on, you can see this picture. I think if I don't know whether we do have friends from Indonesia, right? So this picture, I was taken. This picture was taken also in 2018, which we established a team to visit Jakarta in Indonesia, and with local people. And some of the people in the left side, this also were quite international group. We do have Chinese team from our side, and also we do have a local Indonesian friends, and also we do have some of the joint the company who also work in this company that from Japan. So, but you can see still we were very happy to understand it better. So because we love our job, and we want to willing to do something with our business to help the people in our destination country. Here, and also the just now I also I shared my journey in Southeast Asian markets. Of course, we do have a I also visited Singapore to meet a lot of local people. I think in the Southeast Asian markets, the culture, I don't mean it's very, very the same, but we do have many, many things in common. So it's very easy to make friends, to make ourselves understood by local people. Here is also on a journey in Dubai, in the Middle East. We invited our friends from Middle East country. These people are from Emirates Airport Airlines. I also visited in Dubai. So unfortunately, that day was very extremely hot, more than 42 or 43 degrees, and meeting with the sandstorm. But it's also very good experience. We will never forget that special cases, the experience. During the relationship, and Dubai is very, very interesting city, quite in the global and international. In that case, in that journey, we met a lot of the people from Africa, from Europe, and people from even South Africa. We do have a lot of communication. It's my first time when I visited the Middle East in Dubai. But there is no distance between the local people, local friends, and me, because what we're talking about, what we're sharing, the business intention, and also the our personal living, quite easy to be understood. And the most important thing that if I'm open and I'm easy and no complicated thing in mind, then you will receive in the same attitude to help us to build a strong relationship with our partners and local people. Because if once we build a strong mutual understanding, then what we're taught, what we want to our business dialogue will become much more easier. And next, I will also share the some of them my experience in Europe. I take the picture from Barcelona in Spain, and the picture I took in Brussels in Belgium, niche projects. That's quite here picture is very famous. Sightseeing points, and also I visited to German in Frankfurt Airport. Those European countries quite of course it's very developed countries, and the people those people many may understand something about the China or Alibaba what we do, and we are also learning. We are willing to learn those the experience from our local partners, try to establish the strong relationship from the very beginning. And from I think from that moment, after 3 years, communication, and also we do have a project in Belgium, in Liège city in Belgium. That's also is also very important logistical hub, and in the Liège airport, which is which acts a very important actor to help the parcels delivered from China into the through our hub and into the the European logistic network, and then to our individual buyers in each country in Europe. Like I just said, this seems quite complicated. We cannot do it all by ourselves. So we need to cooperate with all our friends from each country and even each city. And we need to make us understand we are on the same page, to understand the mission and to understand the logistic channel, and to all we can do are willing to do the things to try to improve the whole supply chain efficiency. So it's quite interesting. Once you do people, once you build a very strong relationship with local people, and then they are trying to help us to for the same target, for the same the mission, and then I think if we want to build mutual understanding, we should open our mind. We should understand each other's backgrounds, and we should respect local culture, and we should respect local religion. We should respect the personal habits. It's quite important, which will I think it's the very simple way is to keep the indifference, and then to try to focus on the same interest. Then we can help us to then we can make more friends from all around the world. And here and the last, I will also sharing my experience in USA, in America. So behind that the picture in Manhattan downtown, it's quite really fantastic city. And also I also visited to Los Angeles. That is the Chen's the star point. So American people is also very great people, and then to country even we're facing some of the difficulties in terms of the business, but personally and all the people are really nice, if we understand each other's interests, and then still we can build a strong relationship between different kind of group of people. So here is some of the the stories I want to share. It's quite when I look back the history, and that's quite short period, only 4 years. But since I do met many friends from each country and region, it's great fortune for me to to have those friends in so many countries and so many cities. Whenever we chat through the our Team Talk or WeChat or even other channels, communication channels, we are always happy to for the story for the time which we shared before. Even sometimes it was very very tough in terms even if you want to communicate with each other, want to bargain something, but after that, personally or commercially, we are all think it's quite a great fortune to have those friends once we work together and to do something important, to do something valuable. That is really a great fortune for my even for my future life. So I think this is a story I want to share. Hope you can maybe you can feel the the happiness as I have now.
Yeah, thank you so much, Johnson. I think those stories are all very interesting and very inspiring. And I hope that for our audience, that when you listen to Johnson's story, you can think about perhaps that could be you one day, and that could be you working on a global stage, and promoting your passion worldwide. And I do see many very interesting questions. But before we get to the questions, I there's one more thing that I would like to ask Johnson. Maybe take another 3 to 5 minutes to share with us. Is what made you ultimately choose this career path? Whether it's in global logistics or in e-commerce, and do you have any regrets at this point, or if this is still very much your passion?
Mhm. Okay, so why I choose this career? I think for personally speaking, I think I'm an open, very open-minded person, and I want to meet and to meet people, and also the company mission is very attractive for me because we are not only focused on the profit, we are not only focused on the volume increase, but we are willing to do something to change the industry, to help the people, the supply chain or logistic industry to improve the efficiency, which in results we can help the whole global e-commerce develop much better than before. For example, if I am a Chinese in China now, if I want to buy something from Europe, but it will take 1 month for me to receive the parcel. How I can increase the interest to buy things uh, to enjoy this? I will not enjoy, right? It's quite tough, and those very for our company's mission is to many focus on the we want to do something to help the especially for smaller and medium enterprise to do business online. If some of the smaller company and they want to enjoy the global markets, but the whole logistics selection is quite expensive and it's quite time consuming. How it can enjoy the markets, we can see the global market is quite big, but we want to take part into the global market, but it's not easy. So the very those very big company, yeah, they do have strong power, and then they want to, they are willing, they can suffer, or they because they are strong, right? They have a lot of money, so they can build a very, the global network to develop, support their business. But for those smaller and medium enterprise, they are quite they were facing some of difficulties to do business all across the world. So what we want to do is to cooperate with local partners to using our technology, using our know-how. Even we create something together to help the people, and then the companies in each country, and let them to with lower cost to enjoy to they can expand the business through our platform, and then people from anywhere, they want to buy things from each country. I think like nowadays in working or the like our social media is quite popular, right? Very some of them the people also do their business online, right, through this medium. But the sale products is quite easy. But how they can deliver the merchandise from the sellers to their buyers still quite challenging. So that's why we want to. I choose this industry. I choose to this business to wants to do something for our partners and clients. They trust us, and we want to do something to repay their trust. And this is for the business. And for personal level, I want to make friends, and we after the story I shared, we work with many people from in many countries and regions, and it's quite interesting experience. So life is quite short, right? But we want to make our time count, and to make more friends and travel a lot, and to understand better from each country's culture and their people, which is also very great fortune and for my person for myself. So that's the answer to your question.
Well, yeah, I definitely feel your enthusiasm and passion, and to be honest, I'm a little bit envy that you get to work in so many countries and meet so many people. I think it's absolutely a tremendous experience, and is something that especially after the pandemic, I think we all should get the chance to think about. So once again, I see many questions, and to be honest, a lot of these questions are quite technical. To my surprise.
Oh, really?
So, I may not be very familiar with some of the questions, but, I'm sure that Johnson has much more knowledge than I do. So in the last, I guess, 15 minutes, we will, I'll ask these questions on behalf of our audience. And to our audience, if you have any questions, you can type in the chat box as well. Okay. So the first question is from Sri Lanka. So is drop shipping a good sector to enter at this point?
Sorry?
Drop shipping a good sector to enter?
Okay, so and we do some of the because the shipment in China is quite famous, and even I think during the past 2 years, the ship from each country to each other country is quite expensive because of lack of the capacity of the ships, and even some of this kind of the manpower. So we do into this industry already, and we hope that we can do better to support the big merchandise to deliver the seller to the buyer. For example, we do the furnitures. It's quite big, right? And it's quite expensive if we do the air flights shipping. But we want to try to all means to establish different, the logistic channel, even with the big ships to deliver the merchandise from China market and to USA and to Australia and even to Europe. And also we do have the train channel to try all means to improve the efficiency. Because the global network is quite big and the volume increased a lot. And then people are willing to buy online, and how to help the people to to solve the line haul, to do from one country to another country. And for the community, even for the community level, try to improve those buyers will maybe they are willing to receive the parcel at home, right? But we also set up the post offices near the neighborhoods, and then the delivery guy and the people will put the parcels into the lockers in the parcel lockers, and then the people they can pick the parcel from after they get off from the work and move, which very convenient. So this kind of end-to-end solutions we are trying to dedicate ourselves to do, which is on the way in the overall countries.
Yeah, thank you. I hope that answers the question. And the next question is, how do you measure the effectiveness of the CSR program? For example, how do we ascertain whether we have done enough, more or too little of CSR, and taking into consideration that these activities require financial resources to be set aside?
Of course, the efficiency is very important. And if we want, because we are the business people, right? The company will wants to survive only if we can making enough profits, we can generate enough revenue, and then we can help the other people. Just now I said the profit is not only the factor we are looking for. So the company, I think our company's slogan is client first, customer first. What we do, anything we want to do, so we are firstly on the very first factor, we should think what we can do, what the real requirements from our customers or clients. And then we'll consider our process, our business, and then we can calculate the efficiency and the time consuming, even some of them, especially for the cost saving and improve the efficiency improving from our clients' point of view. We are not only focused on ourselves, we should focus on our customers and the clients' requirements. That is the most important factor for us to consider. So, like you say, how to measure the effectiveness of CSR program, I think the same ideology. I think the case may be, simply speaking, is that which if we want to improve our targets at this level, but we need to consider how we can achieve these targets. So we may set up different stage. Like I said, we want to achieve the 24-hour delivery around the world, but we cannot achieve that at once, right? But we should evaluate those targets and our progress. Target our targets, aiming at our targets, and then we can find the solution step by step. I think those evaluating tools and evaluation channels. We were using many data to evaluate our progress, and then once we achieve one step, we will targeting a higher level of the our dreaming. Even maybe some of the clients want this, but we need to consider more. We want to achieve here. Using our data technology, using our results to evaluate our performance, our procedure, and then only we can push us to improve without stopping, and then we can see we do enough. So there is, I think there is no enough points, because once achieve this level, we have a further target. For example, in the logistic industry, so before I think if I buy things online, I can get 2 days. I will very happy. But now I think like we have food delivery, right? We want to deliver our food within 13 minutes and even faster than before. So since the client's requirement is increasing or changing, so our evaluation performance, the standards of our performance will also be changed. So that is the progress we are trying to fulfill. And I think all we can do is to make ourselves graduates to do better and better, and without stop, without the satisfaction, because the business is changing, and then the world is changing, the business is changing, so we should change. I think some of the achievements we have achieved at this moment, I think, yeah, it's good. But since the environmental changes, then we will set up much higher criteria for us to achieve that target.
Yeah, thank you. I think CSR is actually is a very hard thing for a corporate to do, and it's definitely very hard to measure its effectiveness. But like Johnson said, it's a never-ending pursuit, shall we say? That more and more social enterprises should continue to work on. We have last question, and also from Malaysia. And I think that's a question that many of us actually are concerned, because it's very related to our daily life. So do you see, as an industry expert, do you see any aspect of logistics that will permanently shift or change after the pandemic?
I don't think it will change the development momentum, because I think the global the world has become much open, right? So it's kind of changed. Of course, some of the we're facing some of the difficulties, some of the I mean, quite political issue. I will not touch that part. But yeah, still we're facing some of the trouble. But from long term, from long run, we still think the people are still wants to do business from with each other, right? Because the global supply chain already changed. Each country or each region has their specialty, and they have their advantages in some certain area. They can maybe we cannot go back to those very old ages, right? Everything I can do it's all by myself. But the world is changing, so the people are willing to meet each other. I think after the pandemic, the people are still trying to understand each other, right? I think our friends online are still want to have the seminar and have those program face to face, because we cannot only sit idle in your home without with our eyes closed. So so that's why I think from my point of view, the business still goes on. Even during the pandemic situation, you can see the global logistics will never stop. The volume are still increase, and then people are still want to buy something from the other country or region, right? Maybe in some way, yeah, the efficiency will be affected by many factors. But for the long term, for the long run, I I still believe that people are still want to build better relationship between different nations, different people, and and I think the since the channels were already built up and with more people to join this network, so the efficiency still will be improved, day by day. That is for the long-term point of view. And I think the shifts maybe I think that's quite economic, trends. For example, take the example for China, right? So maybe 40 years ago, the China government wants to start the reform and open to the overseas markets. At that moment, we're learning from overseas developed countries. So during that time, many the manufacturers were quite simple. But after 20 or 30 years, 40 years development, the economy in China developed a lot. So we do have in some area the IT and data technology and even the manufacturing business developed a lot. So before we are import country, so now we change into export country. So that is because the changes of putting because of the economic development. So maybe maybe you can understand somewhat if you read some news. Yeah, some of the manufacturing business are moving from China or to Vietnam or to Indonesia, Southeast markets, because I think it's quite logical economic movements. So then, of course, as a consequence or as a result, the logistics the business also changing, right? Some of the channel from because of the business changes, so the logistics, the parcels or the goods delivered through the logistics supply chain will be changed. This is shifts. It's quite economic, and I think it's quite always changing. And I think for European country and USA country, they are quite fit. In the technology still very developed, right? So those kind of industry are also exports from European or USA to the other region and other countries. It's quite simply to speaking, yeah. The volume or the goods and merchandise we deliver will be changed, will shift because of the global business changing. But I think the efficiency and the network will not be changed, will be developed for sure in the future.
Well, thank you very much, Johnson, for your sharing and for answering that questions. And I think our time is up, and because our audience needs to go ahead and go to the briefings for the next. But I guess just in one last sentence, if you want to give some blessings to our students and contestants, that would be great.
Okay, so I hope that all our friends online and from all our countries can build a great relationship and friendship with each other, and because all these kinds of chances is very, very valuable, and to understand better from each other, to learn from each other, then we can make our because in the future we may face to face to in the personal level or in commercial level. So let's make this this is our first steps to build relationship between each other, not only for ourselves, but also for our country and region.
Well, thank you so much, Jonathan. Thank you for today, and we're very honored to have you joining us.
Thank you.
So this is the end of our sharing today. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye. Thank you.